guys, welcome to the channel. So let's start the ACCA F1 Business Technology subject. Let's start the first chapter. The first chapter is about business organization. It is a very basic chapter. Like we have studied all these terms in the previous years of our study, but there are various things to be kept in mind. Okay, so let's start the chapter. The basic learning objectives. The learning objectives of from this chapter are: what is a business organization and its formation, the various features, the types, the different sectors in which a business organization operates, and how different industries differ from each other. Let's get in the chapter. So first of all, we have what is a business organization. So the business organization definition is given by Buchanan and Hugzinski. So the Buchanan and Hugzinski says that an organization is a social arrangement of controlled performance for collective goals. Okay, so these three are the key terms. Okay, so ये हमारी key terms है: social arrangement, controlled performance and collective goals. So let's discuss these three key terms in detail. Okay, first of all we have a collective goal. So collective goal क्या होता है कि organization में सबका एक collective goal होना चाहिए. For example, if I am in a production of business of production of biscuits, okay, so I will have various teams: my production team, sales team, R&D team, accounts team, finance team. Okay, so if everyone individually have different goals, like all the employees have a goal to maximize their salaries, maximize their bonuses. The production department as a whole has a objective, has a goal to maximize the production. The sales department as a whole has a goal to maximize the sales. The finance team has a goal to the obtain finance in the most cheapest way possible, and the R&D has a goal to get the best product or the best way in which the production can happen. Okay, so everybody has different goals, but the organization as a whole, organization का एक, अगर हम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को एज अ होल देखें तो उसका गोल होता है टू मैक्सिमाइज द प्रॉफिट. ओके, सो अगर सब अपने अपने गोल की तरफ डिफरेंटली वर्क करना शुरू कर दें, ठीक है, सो ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल गोल को तो कोई देखेगा ही नहीं. अगर सेल्स टीम इससे कंसर्न ही नहीं है कि प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट क्या कर रहा है, और वाइस वर्सा कि प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट कंसर्न ही नहीं है कि हमारी सेल्स टीम कर क्या रही है, सेल्स हो भी रही है कि नहीं हो भी रही है, वो बस अपना गोल मैक्सिमाइज कर रही है, फुलफिल कर रही है कि हमारी प्रोडक्शन मैक्सिमम होनी चाहिए, तो द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वुड फेल. Okay, so there should be a proper common goal to maximize the profit, to work. Everybody in the organization has to work towards the organizational goal. Okay, and then it's social arrangement. Like I told you that everybody has to work together. Okay, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट ये देख ही नहीं रही है कि सेल्स हो भी रही है कि नहीं हो भी रही है, तो ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता ना, क्योंकि प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट खाली अकेले काम तो नहीं कर रहा ना. ही इज़ वर्किंग विद डिफरेंट वेरियस hundreds of other departments. Okay, so organizations are structured to allow people to work together towards a common goal, which is to maximize the profit. Okay, now controlled performance. अब हमारी प्रोडक्शन ऑफ हमें बिस्किट्स का प्रोडक्शन करना था, हमने प्रोडक्शन किया, हमारी सेल्स हुए, हमने अच्छी तरह फाइनेंस अपना अक्वायर किया, उसको यूज़ किया ना. अब हमें ये नहीं पता कि हमें किस बेसिस पे अपनी परफॉर्मेंस को मेजर करना था, कैसे हम अपनी परफॉर्मेंस को असेस कर सकते हैं. लाइक आई हैड अ गोल टू, इफ़ आई न्यू दैट आई हैव अ गोल to produce 100 biscuits per day, so I can assess my performance. If I am unaware of how to assess the performance, लेकिन बस कोई गोल नहीं है, ठीक है. लास्ट में मेरा पूरा 1 ईयर ख़त्म हो गया, ठीक है, मेरा 1 ईयर ख़त्म हुआ. अब मैं देख रही हूँ, मैंने देखा कि मेरे पूरे 1 ईयर में मेरे 1000 बिस्किट्स प्रोड्यूस हुए हैं. ओके, 1000 बिस्किट्स प्रोड्यूस हुए। अब ये 1000 बिस्किट्स जो मैंने प्रोड्यूस किया वो मेरे गोल्स के अकॉर्डिंग, सेट टारगेट्स के अकॉर्डिंग है या नहीं है, वो मुझे पता ही नहीं, क्योंकि मेरा कोई सेट टारगेट ही नहीं है, मेरा कोई चेकलिस्ट ही नहीं है। सो इट इज़ दैट। सो कंट्रोल परफॉर्मेंस, an organization will have a system and procedure in place to measure that the group goals are achieved. So I need to set targets according to which I can assess the performance of the department or the company as a whole. Okay, now sales, there is a illustration of a football team. इधर इन्होंने ना पूरी फुटबॉल टीम की वर्किंग, हमें पूरा फुटबॉल टीम के बारे में हमें समझाया हुआ है, और इससे इन तीनों पॉइंट्स को मैच किया हुआ है, लाइक ऑल दीज 3 पॉइंट्स आर बीइंग satisfied, which is the control performance, collective goals and social arrangement. कैसे? It has a number of players, फुटबॉल टीम के बारे में बता रहा है. It has a number of players who have come together to play a game. Okay, the team has an objective. The members have to maintain an integral system of control to get the team together. In training they work out tactics so that in play they can rely on the ball being passed to those who can score goals. Each member of the team is a part of an organizational structure and is skilled in different tasks. The goalkeeper has more experience in stopping the goal being scored than those in the forward line of the team. In addition, there must be team spirit so that everyone works together. Players are encouraged to do their best both on and off the field. Okay, so first point say that there are number of players. It is a social arrangement. They have an objective. It is a common goal. It is a collective goal. To do their work together, the members have an integral work system, controlled performance. Now, the team is a part of an organizational structure and is skilled in different tasks. Again, social arrangement. There must be a team spirit so that everyone works together. Again, social arrangement. Okay, so there is this. It is a very good, very classic example to understand all these three keywords. Now uh, let's do this test to understand. Which of the following would be considered to be an organization according to the definition produced by Bachnan and Hugzainski? A sole trader, a tennis club and a hospital. ठीक है, अब सोल ट्रेडर है. सोल ट्रेडर, कैन इट बी क्लासिफाइड as a organization? The answer to is no, because he does not have a collective goal. Now, and tennis, now coming to the tennis club. Tennis club has all the 3 points being satisfied. It has a collective goal to maximize the number of subscription, social arrangement, working together, a coach, a receptionist, a cleaner, they have a collective goal. Okay, control performance, the number of subscriptions received during the year. Okay, so all the 3 points are being satisfied. Now we have an hospital. A hospital has all the 3 points being satisfied. Number, collective goals, number of the it has a hospital has a collective goal to serve the society. Social arrangement, the doctors, nurses, ward boys, the receptionist, the cleaner, they all work together. And a collective goal and a control performance, the number of surgeries done, the number of patients attended, the number of x-rays done, the number of test reports given out. So they have the all the 3 points being satisfied. So answer to this is C. So next topic is, why do we need an organization? Again, as I told you, there is a share of skills and knowledge. Now this the production department will have the expertise to produce. Okay, the sales team will have the expertise to increase the sales. Okay, the finance department has the expertise to how to obtain the finance in the most cheapest way possible. Okay, and the R&D, knows how to how different techniques to research and different ways to develop new production ways, and the and to research how what new product can be produced, which can be demanded by the consumers in the future. Okay, so there is a share of skill and knowledge, uh, enables people to perform tasks that they would be unable to achieve on their own. Knowledge can be shared between all the people within the organization. Now, um, specialize. Now, if one person is working in all the departments, okay, he alone is producing the biscuits, he alone is selling the biscuit, he alone is obtaining the finance, he alone is handling the account, he alone is researching and everything. So he won't he won't be able to perform all the tasks efficiently, effectively. Okay, so individual workers can concentrate on limited types of activities. This allows them to build up greater level of skills and knowledge that they need than they would have if they have attempted to be good at everything. Okay, and pool of resources. A single person working towards everything is a waste of time, waste of money, cause anyhow the goal is not going to be satisfied. So it all this is a waste of money and time. So there's that. Okay, and so checklisting all these 3 points results in synergy. Synergy is collection of goals. Okay, we have a share of knowledge, we have specialization, we have pool of resources, so this results in synergy. So now we have your tester understanding number 2. The tester understanding number 2 is about Daniel, who is organizing a social event. So which of the following would be benefits of him forming a committee to manage the planning process and the event itself? Okay, number 1, it says it would help him to overcome the limitations by bringing on board different types of people with different skills to him. It would save time through the joint efforts of everyone on the committee. It would help to satisfy Daniel's social needs, and all the members of the committee would have to be skilled in all the different aspects of managing the social event. Okay, so it is point number A. So point number 4 is wrong, because not all the members needs of the committee needs to have all the knowledge about all the aspects of managing the social event. Like different people, 4 people can have 4 types of knowledge. Okay, there are 5 types. The 6 people can have 6 different types of knowledge. Okay, so it's not necessary for everyone to have all the knowledge. So it is answer number A. So now let's come to next topic, which are the different types of organization. So now what are the different types of organization? So first they gave us commercial and non-commercial, then we have public and private, uh, then we have cooperatives. Okay, so let's start with the first one, which is commercial and non-for-profit, non-commercial. So commercial organizations are basically profit seeking organizations. Okay, which have a goal to maximize the shareholders wealth or to maximize the profits. Okay, so we have different types of businesses under a commercial, or which can form a commercial organization. We have a sole trader, we have a partnership, and we have a companies. Okay, then companies, we have limited liability companies, private companies, and public companies. For a sole trader, we everybody know a sole trader is a one person run company. Okay, the in this type of business, the owner is not legally separate from the business. The business liability is the owner's liability, and vice versa. Okay, if a if there is a legal proceeding against the business, or it is against the sole trader, it or vice versa. Okay. uh, the capital given by the sole trader in the business is again his own personal money. Okay, so he is legally not separate from the business. For partnerships, in partnerships we have two types. It is where the partners are different from the legally different from the business, and in one where they are not. Okay, so uh, earlier we do not we used not to have the limited liability partnership, but with the evolution we have it. Okay, and the organization is owned and run by two or more individuals. Traditionally, partnerships do not have a separate legal entity from their owners, like in the sole trader. However, in the recent times, many countries have created alternative partnership structure, which is the LLP, where they have a separate legal entity from the business. The partners have a separate legal entity from the business, and the owner's liability is limited to the amount they have invested into their partnership. Okay, now similar are the limited liability companies. So what are limited liability companies? Where where the company is different from the owners, who are the shareholders. Okay, the directors are not the owners of the company. Okay, it is a very big confusion in the exams, like who are the real owners, the directors or the shareholders. The directors only manage the company. The real shareholders are the real owners are the shareholders. Okay, so there are two types of company: a public limited company and a private limited company. So public limited company is where there are a few shareholders. Okay, shares cannot be offered to the public. Public limited company, the shares can be offered to the general public. Okay, there are various various number of different shareholders. Okay, there are millions of shareholders. Okay, so it is easier to raise finance. And there's it for the commercial organization. Then we have a non-commercial, or the not for profit organization, which does not have a main profit of which does not have the main objective of profit maximization. It is to serve the society, or to serve for a particular reason, for example, a school has a goal to educate the society. Okay, or government departments, the charities, different charities. Okay, different types of clubs, like we studied the tennis club ka example, or football club ka example is that. And again, the objectives of different types of not for profit organization will vary significantly, obviously, because hospitals exist to treat patients. Councils have a mission to as caring for their communities. The government organizations usually exist to implement government policies. A charity have a provision for different provision of reliefs to victim of disasters. Okay, so there's that for commercial and commercial and non-commercial, or not-for-profit organizations. Now we have public versus private. Public sector, by the name suggests, it is concerned with providing basic government services to the economy, and is controlled by the government organizations. Okay, and private sector is controlled by a private individuals, a group of private individuals, and rather than the government. And their main motive is to maximize the profits. Okay, so different types of government sector organizations are the police, military, public transport, primary education, and healthcare. Now private sector is businesses, various charities are publicly owned, and clubs. Now, many we have a test of understandings. Many schools run fundraising events such as feeds, uh, where the intention is to make a profit. They, this makes them profit seeking. So, is this statement true or false? This statement is false. Why? Because schools run fundraising activities to help pay for extra books, for example. Okay, and the primary objective is still the same. Okay, the primary objective is not to maximize the profit but to provide education. So it is false. Now, NGOs, what are NGOs? Everybody knows what is our NGO. NGO is not for government organization, is to primary goal is not to maximize the profit but to serve the society, and which are not directly linked to the national government. Okay, they are basically to promote the political, social and environmental changes within the country. Okay, for example, the Red Cross, the Doctors Without Borders, the Greenpeace and the Amnesty International. Okay, there are few examples of various big NGOs given. Okay, and there are cooperatives. Cooperatives are similar to an NGO, but there are various points that differ. Okay, so what are cooperatives? In a cooperative, what happens? Various people come together. For example, the farmer. Amul is a very classic example of cooperatives. Okay, so various farmers came together. Okay, they pooled their resources, and within that group. Okay, and different other people can use other people's resources. For example, in Amul, what happened? Different farmers came together. They pooled all the milk that they collected, and they all sell the milk as a one unit. Okay, and in times of need, the different people can help, or different people can help, or loan money, or something to help the other people in need. Okay, they work as one, and each member usually everyone gets a vote, if they are working towards some goal, or you know producing something or investing somewhere. So they everybody vote. Okay, to admit new farmer or something. So there's that. Cooperatives are organizations that are controlled and democratically controlled by their members, the people who buy their goods or services. Each member usually gets a single vote on key decisions, unlike companies where shareholders get one vote for each share that they own. Okay, now we have a test of understanding. The test of understanding number 4 says, which of the following are usually seen as primary objective of companies? To maximize the shareholders wealth, to protect the environment, to or to make the profit. So the answer to this is D, that is to maximize the shareholders wealth and to maximize the profit. It is the primary objective. Okay, the protection of environment is also an objective. Okay, because nowadays there are environmental protection laws that the government is implementing, so the companies has to work accordingly, but still the primary objective is to maximize the profit and maximize the shareholders wealth. Test your understanding number 5. Which of the following organization is most likely to be classified as part of public sector? A charity, a school, social club, a school, or a public limited company? So answer to this is C, a school. Okay, because charities can be both public and private. Okay, as we started, like many charities are still with the nowadays are privately owned, and working privately, and has no straight connection with the government. So social club, social clubs can also be publicly and privately both owned, okay, and have both types of commercial or non-commercial, objectives. But a school ka main objective is to educate pupils, is to educate pupils, whether controlled publicly or privately. Schools are generally controlled privately, so that's why. Now, different sectors in which organization operates. So we all are aware of the different sectors in which organizations operate. These are basically uh, primary, secondary, and tertiary. Okay, primary we have an agriculture, mining. Okay, service. Secondary we have a service sector. Okay, and tertiary we have a retailers, the transportation, finance, all of this. Okay, so agriculture we have production, processing, and packaging of foodstuff. Mining we have extraction and processing of minerals. Finance, this includes the bank and the other companies that profit through the investment and lending of the money to individuals. Retailers, service sector to production of intangible goods and services. Transportation, movement of goods between locations. Okay, so with this we come to an end to the chapter. Now we have a summary, okay, of what all we have discussed in today's class with the ownership, type of ownership, private sector or public sector. Okay, how to differ on the basis of ownership, private and public, objectives, commercial or non-commercial, not-for-profit organizations. We discussed types of activities. Okay, types of activities: agriculture, financing, mining, uh, retailer, service. Now, sources of funding, whether publicly fund or privately fund. Size of the organization, uh, there are small individuals, MSMEs, and then there are very large companies, multinational companies. Okay, then on the basis of liability, that the limited liability status and the unlimited liability status. Okay, so with this we come to the end of the chapter. Now we have a few test understanding, so let's discuss them also. We have a test understanding number 6. Which of the following is not a benefit that organizations have over individuals? Number 1, they enjoy all the sharing of skills and knowledge. They enable people to perform tasks they would be unable to achieve on their own. They enable synergy to be achieved. They speed up the time taken to make the decision. So answer to this is D. Okay, because only this is a limitation of an organization. Okay, if the for example, if the production team needs to approve on something, they first have to go to their production manager, then the production manager will go to the supervisor, the supervisor will go to the board of director, then the board of director will take the decision, then the following sequence will again take place. So this leads to uh, time delays in decisions. Okay, so that's it. Then test understanding number 7. Greenwatch is an independent environmental charity set up to lobby the government for improved environmental regulations of the business. What type of organization Greenwich most likely to be classified as? So it is a non-government organization, because it is, first of all, it is not a public organization because it is an independent environmental charity. Okay, it is not a cooperative, and it is not commercial because it is working not working for maximization of profit, but for to you know working for the environmental protection. So it is an NGO. Now test understanding number 8. Which of the following is correct? Partnerships are run and controlled by one or more people. False. Private limited companies can sell their share to the public. False. Shareholders in companies typically have limited liability. True. And the shareholders in the owners of a sole trader typically have limited liability false. So the answer is this C. Test on understanding number 9. Which of the following statements are correct? Companies tend to raise funds from the central government. Most sole traders and partnerships aim to maximize owners' wealth. Um Public sector organizations are controlled by the central government and charities form part of the public sector. So answer to this would be C. Okay, that sole traders and partners have a maximizing owners wealth. Okay, it is their main objective, and the public sector are controlled by the central government. Okay, so charities are a part of private sector. Okay, they are managed and controlled by private individuals, and they're not directly linked for the with the government. Okay, and companies do not raise funds from the central government but rather raise funds from the general public. Okay, and in test to understanding number 10, we have to identify uh, the sectors in which these four relate to. Okay, so this type of organization can sell share to the public. There's a public limited company. This type of organization is owned and run by two or more people who are legally indistinguishable from the organization itself. It is a partnership. This type of organization is controlled by the government. Public limited company, public sector public sector organization, the other. Okay, and this type of organization is controlled and democratically controlled by its member. It is a cooperative. So that's the end of all the test understandings. Okay, we have one more point. Below are the four types of organization: charities, schools, limited companies, and police forces. Write down which two of the following, which of the above are most likely to be classed. Okay, so इसको भी हमें ऊपर वाले पॉइंट से मैच करना है. इन चारों को भी हमें इनसे मैच करना. ओके, सो